Hey, what's up? It's Jeremy White. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to get more cool stuff like this. For my radio show in Montreal on the Beat 92.5, I caught up with Keith Urban to talk about his latest album, and the big new song with Pink is called One Too Many. It's fantastic. It's top 10 on the Montreal Hit 40, Montreal's #1 weekend countdown. But we also had a cool conversation talking about one of his longtime collaborators, the legendary Dan Huff. And as a guitar player, I had to talk to him about Dan, and he shared a really cool story about how Dan Huff and he got together originally. Apparently he didn't really want to work with him. It's a really interesting story, so check it out. Keith Urban talking about Dan Huff, courtesy of the Beat 92.5. Check it out.
Well, we got the business out of the way. There's a couple of things that I've always wanted to ask you, because I'm a guitar player, and you're just a monster guitar player. You're one of the guys that still waves the flag for electric guitar and music, and I just want to say thank you for that. One of my favorite songs on the record is Forever, and it was another collaboration with you and Dan Huff. And I'm curious to know, when you get a song like that, Forever, I mean, it's co-written by one of the dudes in Cadillac 3, and it's one of the more straightforward rock country songs on the record. When you get a demo of a song like that, how do you decide to go to Dan and, what's the conversation? Like, oh, we can have a lot of fun with this. We'll put the blistering guitar solo at the end. Like, how do you guys collaborate on a song like that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because the guitar playing was so dominant in the song, Dan was my first pick to go in and cut that one with. Also, I wanted to do it with a proper band, put a really good band together. Because once you got that really strong rhythm section, in this case, Jerry Rowe on drums and Jimmy Leo slows on bass, it's just a great, strong rhythm section to play off of. The rest was just having a sort of comfort level with my co-producer, which I do with Dan. We've done so many songs over the years.
Right.
And he's just, he's a guitar player. So he's got the spirit in the studio that I really wanted on that song. And it was a blast recording it. It really was. It was so fun to do. And I just wish we've had more of a chance to get out and start playing it live every night, but we got to wait just a bit longer on that.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think that song should be a staple in the set list now, because you could have so much fun with the arrangement. And
yeah, definitely.
I'm such a big Dan Huff fan, and I love the fact that you guys have collabed pretty much on every record that you've done since, like, the first or second. And he was coming off, working with Mutt Lange on Shania's Come On Over and producing Megadeth. And what was the original, why did you originally decide to go and work with Dan Huff?
My manager at the time, well, still my manager to this day, was managing Faith Hill at the time. And Dan had done Faith's
This Kiss and all those
Faith's record, yeah. And so his name came up because of that. And and to be honest, and Dan knows this, my first thought was, no, I don't want to work in the studio with the producer who's really a guitar player, because I was worried that they would force their style of playing into my records, and I didn't want another guitar player's thing getting in the way of what it is that I do. So I was actually gun shy of working with Dan. And there's no real short version of the story, but I'll say it as quick as I can. The first time we worked together, I had a song called Somebody Like You.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So we'd written it, demoed it.
It was written with John Shanks, right?
Yeah, correct. Another great guitar player. And I thought, well, that'd be a good song for us to start with. And I'd already been in the studio that I had for a few weeks. I'd recorded 6 songs with this band that I put this band together. I had the engineer, I had the studio, I had everything. And I met with Dan and played him the song. And he says, oh, this is great. Yeah, I'd like to use this studio. And I said, I already got the studio booked. And he said, okay, then I use this engineer. And I went, I already got the engineer. And he goes, oh, okay, well then I think we should use this drummer. And I got the whole band. I got everything. And he goes, well, what do you need me to do? I go, I just need you to show up, because I was so burned on producers that really just assembled great people around them and really didn't do much. Really, I think they played great golf, and I was sick of it, and I just wanted to see. I was like this. I was like, what do you do, Huff? Well, what do you really do? So I threw him in at the deepest end of the pool possible. I said, all you're going to do is show up. I want to see what you do. And damned if that guy didn't walk into the studio. And the first thing he did was sat in the middle of the studio, listened to the players, and he changed a few things of the kick drum with Chris McHugh. He changed a few things with the snare. He changed some bass ideas. He started moving people and things around. I watched the whole session go up this notch. And I sat there and went, oh my God, you're the real deal. Like you're a muso, arranger, you're a producer. You're a proper producer.
Yeah.
And that was the first song we did. And then we worked together ever since after that. But what's really cool is that then became his sort of main engineer. It became his main session players.
Right.
He used all these guys from then on.
It was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. But he's amazing.
Does he ever tell you like some stories in the studio? Oh, well, when I work with Mutt Lange, he made me do this on the guitar or stuff. Or
if I ask him, and certainly when he would have me doing a solo 4 billion times over and over, as was the case on many songs, and I'd be just like about to smash my guitar on the floor and came close to it many times. He would remind me how long he worked on one string on a Mutt Lange record for weeks and weeks. So I'm like, all right, thank you. Whatever.
Yeah. One of my favorite solos of all time, actually, is the guitar solo in Kiss a Girl. That slide part is just so tasty. You don't hear guitar licks like that in music anymore. So would you ever consider getting together with Dan and doing like a proper, straightforward country rock record with a band in the studio? Drop all the electronic stuff, drop the all the pop stuff, just go in straightforward guitar, country rock.
I think some of the intention of The Speed of Now for me was I cover a lot of places musically.
Yeah,
at this
it's
point,
everywhere, and I love it.
Yeah, and and anybody in Canada and Montreal, everywhere up there that's come to see us play live know that it's sort of hard to define what we do live. It runs a gamut of a lot of things, and making this record, I was just trying to sort of go, well, I love playing songs like Forever. But I also love songs like One Too Many or Out the Cage, and they're all true. They're all true to me. Maybe it doesn't need to be one or the other. Maybe we can blend these things together. So that's really how this record came about.
The Jeremy White Show.
The Beat 92.5.